government officials insist that this is an isolated incident.
Welcome back. Oh, that was weird. Another edition of the Buzz Podcast. It's your boy Kujo. And as you see here, we have a familiar face. You might have, right now when you hear her voice, you might know her from your drive in the afternoon. She goes by the name of Amber Heard from KHEY out at, I'm trying to remember the iHeartRadio. It used to be Clear Channel when I was there, so I keep on thinking Clear Channel for whatever reason.
Yeah. No, it's iHeartRadio now, and hopefully the face is not too familiar. I did do a lot of Botox, and I've been doing like my treatments. I got an endorsement with a med spa, so if I don't look surprised or happy enough, it's just look in the eyes.
It's in the eyes.
It's in the eyes.
Always look in the eyes, Chico. They never lie.
The other day I was talking with my husband, and I was telling him, like, this is the extent to which I could move my face. So I'm like, this is my surprised. Mm-hmm. And if for those of you that are just listening, you want to see it on video, this is my sad. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're showing it." I'm like, "Yeah, that means it's working."
Yeah, it's all in the eyes. So as you see in the background, we're doing something different. We put a call in distress out there a few weeks ago. Where we're trying to see if we could get a permanent co-host for the Buzz Podcast to continue the excellence and keep me in line, because I'm a little bit. I tend to go off the rails if you without proper supervision, like a child. So, starting with that, Amber's going to be the first person in the hot seat. The way we're going to be doing these auditions is basically our co-host is going to have the main seat, just basically run the show. We're going to see, based upon how the audience feels, and they're going to vote at the end, after we put everybody through the audition, I guess you could say, through the video audition, and see who, go for most popular vote, and then go from there. Then hopefully we'll start a new chapter in the Buzz Podcast. But with that said, Amber, the mic is yours, and I'm here as just a co-host.
That's hilarious that you say that you need someone to kind of ring you in, because your co-host before this, he enabled you, I feel.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
It was a good show. That was a good show.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that don't know, I was on a previous episode of the Buzz podcast. It was about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. I was listening to it just to see, how did I do? What did we talk about? Maybe I can bring something up. I'll let you reminisce about the assless chaps and the Can-Am, and maybe that'll bring back some memories about what we talked about.
Yeah.
I am more familiar with country music now. When we talked, I was, saying how I had just gotten the gig on 96.3 KHEY Country. I wasn't that familiar with country music, and I have a new saying now. Mm-hmm. It's rock music saved me, country music pays me. I have mad respect for both.
There you go.
So I can name more artists now than just George Strait. I've been doing more interviews, and I can't remember. Do you remember what your road name was when we were talking about being a biker and you guys getting your...
I'm trying to remember. I remember Assless Chaps. I remember that for sure.
Your tripod. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. I have a memory of a goldfish, so... To be fair, I'm getting older. I'm up there in age now.
How old are you?
I'm almost 50.
You're really?
Yeah, I got a few. No, I got a few years before I hit it, but I'm closer to 50 than I am to 30. So yeah, I'm up there. I'm probably about 5 years out. No, what's today? No, about 3 years out. So yeah. Yeah. I'm about 46, 47-ish, depending on the day.
Depending on the day, depending on who you're talking to.
Depending on how the sciatic nerve is acting that day.
Depending on where you're going.
Pretty much.
Well, I want to know... that I wanted to ask you how old you were, because one of the things I want to talk about today is kind of growing up in El Paso. Were you born in El Paso?
Yeah.
You were? Okay.
Born and raised, yeah.
Okay, so you're a few years older than I am, so I don't know. I was looking on social media the other day, and they were talking about there was a beach that used to be here in El Paso. Are you familiar with it?
Oh, Shadow Mountain?
Shadow Mountain?
Yeah.
Was that did you ever go?
I never went out. I think that was before my time. That and my folks were... we're just so broke that we never.
Well, the beach is free, isn't it?
Not if you're Mexican. Your shit, that shit costs money because you got to bring primos, you got to bring lunch, you got to bring
A loaf of bread.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We never went out there. I heard about it, but I never made it out there because there was also there was another amusement park that we used to have here.
Magic Landing.
Yes,
that was before me too.
Yeah,
Did you ever go?
That was before me because
Okay.
I think when I was able to finally comprehend, when I was like maybe 6 or 7, that's when all the deaths were happening, and my folks are like, "Yeah, we're good. Nah, we're good. You're gonna die. You're gonna die by our hands."
Well, you saw what recently happened at Western Playland right now,
Yes.
right? Oh my God.
Yep.
That sphere would have been full of shit because it snapped on one side, and yeah, they didn't fall. But imagine to be those people in there before, like what's gonna happen. Híjole.
Yeah, or not only the people in it, but the people waiting to get on next. They're like, "Yo, what the."
Like the
As it
line
is,
just
yeah, as it is, you're already like, nah, I can't do it. But Jesus, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't pass out just from the sheer scared or just from the sheer terror of a line snap that's supposed to be keeping me safe.
Yeah, and
on one
supposedly
side.
they had just repaired it 2 weeks ago. That's
Really?
what I was, yeah. So, I mean, when I would go to Western Playland, for me, the prime for Western Playland was when it was over there by Ascarate Park. Right. And I swear, I think I would go at least once a week. One of my absolute favorite rides, and it wasn't even that scary. And I could do the roller coasters. I could do all of that, was the Himalaya, because back then it used to play like
All the
rock
rock.
music.
Yep.
I remember being so into Beavis and Butthead, and it would go forward. I don't know if it goes backwards now, but
used
they
to.
would play Metallica. Excellent.
Yep, every time.
What was your favorite song for the Himalaya when they would play it?
Oh man, they throw on so many bangers back then.
Right?
They had the Inner Sandman. You can't ever go wrong with Inner Sandman. They had
Yep.
Crazy Train. I think that was Crazy Train was the best one. It was like about 11 p.m. or 10:30 p.m.
Man,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, but that's when it would go backwards. That was
It doesn't
wa-
anymore, right?
I don't know. I haven't been there since they moved to Sunland. My daughter was supposed to go, and now I think they like either doubled or tripled the price to get in.
Really?
Because it used to be like $10 or $15 to get in.
Yeah.
And now it's like
Yeah.
30.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not about to pay $30 for the Bandito. And the scarier one, the scariest shit they had was the Big Cheese.
Right? Because it was so rickety.
Yes.
The scary part was knowing if you were going to make it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
It would be like going up. Ding, ding, ding,
Every
ding.
turn was a question, man. Let me tell you. Ooh, that shit would scare
That
me.
is true. I remember the Big Cheese. And then there was the log ride. I don't know if they still have that at the new one.
I'm not sure.
There was the one where I knew I was getting older was you would go on and it was a big circle. And I've seen this on social media where there's these two guys dressed as nuns. They're kind of dancing in the middle of it. But it's a ride like that with the roulette. I think it was called the roulette, where you would get on and you can kind of lift your feet. And I used to get on that all the time. The teacups, the Pharaoh's Fury. And then there was one time I got on it and I got off and I just wanted to hurl. And I'm like, I'm getting old.
Yep.
I'm getting older. I can't handle these rides anymore. And it's, you're talking about Western Playland charging more. I hate water. I hate amusement parks. Don't invite me to pool parties. If my kid, if you're inviting me to a kid's party and they have like water slides, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
going to get, when is it? I'm sick that day. But I recently went to Wet and Wild.
Okay.
I had stopped going for years because to me, like, I always left with pink eye. I always like
Damn.
I did.
Yeah.
Like
the little Rio would do that to you.
it was the little
Yep.
Rio. And I remember going and is that my phone?
Yeah.
That is my phone.
It's
Sorry, that's like I have alarms for everything. And so I remember going, and not wanting to go back. I just went because my daughter had a performance there for one of the music schools she was in. But I went recently because my sister-in-law was like, you don't have to get me a gift. The gift is going to Wet n Wild. I want to go. Okay. Just because I love you and just because you're one of like the only people I trust to watch my kids.
Yeah.
So we went and my husband rented one of those cabanas. When's
Okay.
the last time you went to Wet n Wild?
it was probably about 20 years. more or
20
less.
years ago?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's okay.
it's
That's
been-
even
it's
longer
been forever.
than me.
No, it's been
Why did you stop
forever.
going?
I just forgot about it. I just kind of forgot it. Like I started working and when I was DJing and I was like, there was always something else. And
Yeah.
just for whatever reason, I just forgot about it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because they wouldn't, for whatever reason, they haven't been advertising as much as they used to. Because back in
Yeah.
the day, it used to be almost every other commercial on K-Fox
Yeah.
was that Anthony Exit Zero.
Yes.
It was that.
That's when I was.
But they haven't
Yeah.
done it. And I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's when I used to be a lifeguard there. That's why I don't trust lifeguards. I'm like, if they let me be a lifeguard at Wet n Wild,
hire
watch
anybody.
your kids. Yes. I'll tell you a funny story before I talk about my recent trip to Wet n Wild. So when I worked at Wet n Wild, I was still breastfeeding my oldest daughter. So she was maybe like a year. And there's these things that you wear when you breastfeed, and they're like these kind of cups so that if you leak, it doesn't show on your clothes,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I was wearing those, and I remember I didn't really have to get in the water. Honestly, there wasn't like the stations that I was at, there wasn't a whole lot of rescuing I had to do. But I remember one time I was at the bottom of a ride. A little kid came down, and they're like, okay, if by this many number of seconds they haven't come up, you got to go in after them.
Okay.
So I had those pads in, and at the time I hadn't gotten my first boob job done. I've had two so far. So I was still, maybe an A. So I go in, save this kid, and I come out like with a double D. Like
Oh shit! The pad.
I forgot the pad soaked up all the water, so I went in A, came out Baywatch.
Nice.
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I had to go change them out, but. So I just remember that.
Came out Baywatch.
Like I did, like I can't like boing boing. But
Yeah.
but now I got them installed. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And so the most recent trip that I had to Wet n Wild, it kind of changed my mind. It made me actually want to go back. I think everything costs more there now too,
Right, I'm
because
sure.
they're having to pay for all of the upgrades that they have. So now when you used to go, you used to be able to just go and kind of free for all, get yourself, your grill and your table. Now it's all reserved for the most part. Like
Really?
you have to pay, and then you can get that grill or that table. So
Okay.
for me, I think that's one of the best things about, like one of the best changes, one of the main reasons I would go back. It was cleaner. I didn't leave with pink eye. It wasn't people soup. I didn't smell pee.
Yeah.
And then, if you do that, it's kind of like when the movie theaters, do you remember growing up when they, like a Marvel movie was coming out and you just had to get there like a day early to be the first in line to get seats together?
Star Wars Phantom Menace one. There was a line that you had to find a way to do it to get in. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, plus if you buy movie tickets, like, I don't know if people know, but you can already, like, for example, get your tickets for Doomsday that's coming out in December, and you can choose your seats, right? That made the movie watching experience for me
lot better.
so much better, because I have, like, this anxiety about, like,
Where am I going to sit? Where am I
Yes.
going to get the good seat? Not only that, you can get the popcorn and drinks and all that delivered to your seat now.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
Yeah, you can
yeah.
literally get it delivered to you now. And so that's kind of the same vibe that I got from Wet n Wild. But, going back to growing up, I want to see how similar our childhoods are. So you're about 6-7 years older than me, depending on the day, depending on the event, right? So, for me, growing up, I'm going to out my family so bad. So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I am a Jewish Hispanic.
Wow.
I grew up, my real name isn't Amber. I'm not going to say my real name. I'll tell you off air, but I'm not going to say my
Okay.
real name. But growing up, my mom actually had her pregnancy through the Lemur home. I mean, you can't call them an orphanage anymore, but that's
Okay.
pretty much what it was, right? And so one thing, and it was my mom who was a single mom, and my two grandparents who lived with them. And so growing up, I was not allowed to speak Spanish. They were kind of like, I really wanted to kind of know my Hispanic roots and this and that. And they're like, don't speak that shit here. So like growing up, I always felt like I wasn't Hispanic enough for the Hispanics. I wasn't white enough
Yeah.
for the white people. And so like, I don't think, I don't think you had that same upbringing.
No.
But I'm just kind of like going through the timeline. And then, like what's the youngest age you remember? Like how far back can you?
Probably, I don't know. I probably mid-teens, early teens, maybe.
What?
Yeah, maybe a little bit earlier than that, but I mean, it's hazy here and there, but
You don't remember anything from 5, 6?
it would have to be like almost like a specific incident for maybe to
yeah,
try
yeah.
to get, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've had so many other memories overlap. I guess it's like an old computer. Once to get a new memory, you got to bust them out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's kind of what happened with
Well,
me.
that also happens with trauma. So.
Yes, I might have been that too. 'Cause I mean, Yeah, could be that too. Because being Mexican here, you're gonna have trauma. You're gonna have
True.
trauma.
Yeah. There was a stand-up comedian I was watching, and he was like, I went to the doctor, and my teachers, they said I had ADHD, and I went to the doctor, and he said I had ADHD, and then I went to my mom, and she's like, you don't have ADHD, so I don't have ADHD.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm clear.
Exactly.
I'm clear.
So when I was younger, I started ballet, and I was looking through some pictures of me doing ballet, and there was a guy in one of the pictures. My grandma used to be real big in politics, and he had 2 hooks for hands. JJ Arms. I have a picture of JJ Arms going to my ballet recitals. Wow. Do you remember his house?
Yeah. I used to live with her by there.
Yeah?
Yeah, by the big old fucking mansion where you had tigers and this helicopter pad and all kinds of crazy shit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
My grandma was good friends with him, and so I remember she would tell me a story about my cousin going over there one time, and the tiger almost scratched his eye out. He was like the original Tiger King. Yeah, it was a trip.
Yeah, dude was wild.
Have you seen it now? Like that area?
The last time I've been there about 15 years ago, and it looked like he was still alive then. Because he passed away, right?
Yeah,
I think about 15 years ago he was still alive, but I mean it was done. It looked horrible. Like the upkeeping was not there. I don't even know if he was still staying there. I just think he was just there.
Oh, that's true.
It looked abandoned.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he
was
still
bare
there.
and abandoned.
So that was the last time you were down there? Oh shoot,
it's been a while.
So now it's like a shopping center across from the Walmart. There's like the Hive there. Yeah, they completely totaled it.
Dude.
They completely leveled it. I mean, you
yeah,
know. Yeah,
I mean you got to, right?
Yeah, exactly. What high school did you go to?
I graduated out of Montwood.
Okay.
Montwood High, the Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah, 98. But so it was weird. So coming up, I went to like 8 different schools. So I was so I lived out there off of Roseway and Henderson. So it was on Henderson Street out there in the hood by North Loop. I mean, out there in the hood.
Yeah.
And I would go to school in Central because my grandma was out there. So I would go to elementary out there, and every morning about 5 a.m, we make that drive out to my grandma's. Stop by the bakery, the Aztec bakery out there next to JJ Arms' house.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop out there, grab a bread, sweet bread, and a chocolate milk, and then go to my grandma's house, finish getting ready, and roll out to school.
And this is for elementary school?
Yeah, that was for elementary, and then we finally moved over here to the east side. And then while the east side was still being built pretty much, every year I had a new school would go up, so I would be transferred to that school.
Why?
And then another new school, because where we lived at, we were kind of like far from everywhere. So the bus would be like, nah, we're not going to take you all the way over there.
Oh, okay. So you weren't getting kicked out.
No, it was just a new school that was opening closer, I guess. So we would always go to, like I went to O'Shea, Benito Martinez, Slider. I mean, I went to like 4 or 5 schools. And then after I got to Slider, stayed there, and then went to Montwood. Then we ran out.
That's funny because we're similar in that way.
Yeah.
So elementary school, I went to Loretto Academy because when I was first born, I grew up in the Lower Valley over there, like Barrette by Marion Manor. And then I went to Loretto Academy for like 1st through, I want to say 5th grade. There was a year there that I went to Caldwell Elementary.
That's where I went.
Did you really?
Warhawks.
I fucking hated that school for like the 2 months that I went. I went because my mom moved, over there. And so I switched schools over there because Loretto's not cheap. And so for the couple of months that I was there, I just remember always being alone. And there were these girls, I don't know what the fuck was their problem. I go and they would put pencils and stuff in my desk and then tell the teacher I stole them. I didn't even talk to these girls.
Yeah.
Like it was a bad time. And so I went back to Loretto for a little bit. And then I kind of followed my cousin. So I lived by Loretto, but I would make the drive on the border highway to Isleta.
Oh,
and from Loretto, I went to, what's the one in the Lower Valley? Mary's, I think it was. It's kind of like by the railroad tracks. And then I went to Marion Manor. I can't even remember the timeline. And when I was going to Marion Manor, I remember, hanging out a lot with my boy cousins. I got real into wrestling and the Undertaker, and we were always, fighting each other, and I made my cousins cry. And then I ended up eventually going to Isleta and graduating from there. But that's interesting. It's kind of like the opposite.
Yeah, but we're basically around the same area because so the house on Henderson was right next to the railroad tracks. So every day, every morning 2:30 in the morning, the fucking railroad would come through and, and
Yeah.
fucking wake everybody up. Wake everybody up and piss me off.
I remember that, or if it's the lower valley, it's the
Yep.
everywhere, the peacocks.
Yep.
So what did you do after high school?
After high school, that's when I got into a Clear Channel.
Okay.
Right after high school, first job out of high school was Clear Channel. Then got fired there. We talked about
We
that.
talked a little bit about that for another
yeah.
episode.
Talk about that a little bit pre-recording. Then went on to jumping around to telemarketing gigs. And here we are. Pretty much here we are.
That's a big gap.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit. So high school, it was funny because I was in competitive cheerleading for a long time. I was in cheerleading.
That's a crazy
for a while.
world.
Dude, I remember I was listening to a TikTok live, and they were talking about like what's the craziest thing you've done after getting your tooth pulled, like after going to the dentist. And I remember going from the dentist, getting my tooth pulled, still with gauze in my mouth, to a cheer competition that I could not
Jesus
miss.
Christ.
I remember it was for the Texas Bandits, and they were like, nope, there's no way that like and we would have practices honestly from Friday to Sunday. We would stay overnight, just cheer. I loved it.
Right.
I loved it. And then after, I was like the only cheerleader that had piercings and listened to System of a Down, during high school. And of course, Asleta has this thing where, everyone there gets pregnant.
Yeah.
I was a virgin. Like I was,
Nice.
because of the way I danced, people assumed, did the cheer routines, people assume, oh yeah, she's not a virgin. I was.
Yeah.
Because shortly after that, my mom was very, she didn't let me do a lot. I think like the 2 parties that I got to go to in high school, she like parked outside, and it didn't help that one of the parties that she went to, it was in Horizon. She parked outside. She finally let me go to one. The cops ended up raiding it, and I didn't do anything. But the natural reaction when you're that age is to run.
Let's roll.
I mean, it was, right? Let's go. Even though you didn't do anything. So my mom was there, and she was there and picked us up in the car, and I was like, oh, of course.
Yep.
The one party, and so and right after high school, I ended up moving to San Marcos.
Okay.
Got pregnant. I ended up that is probably another podcast on its own.
Damn.
Because I ended up getting a restraining order on the guy that I was with.
Damn.
Came back, had my daughter, and I just started getting my shit together. I started doing a job doing interviews in English and Spanish because, again, I've always wanted to. I mean, even now I do Duolingo every morning because I've just always wanted to be fluent in Spanish. And I kind of had this resentment that if you would just let me fucking speak Spanish when I was little, I mean, I'm okay now. People compliment me on it. But, so I started doing that and ended up getting my degree from UTEP. But it's just been like I've always had this thing about, do I talk Spanish? Do I talk when I go to places? We were at Toro Bronco the other day, and I go in and I'm like, por cinco, and the lady's like, para cinco. I'm like, yes, bitch, I'm trying. Like, like I don't know what to tell you.
Well, do you ever get annoyed when you go to a restaurant and you're looking at it and like there's like, say if it's a certain type of food that you're not used to going to, right? Like there's not your usual burgers or steaks. You're doing Chinese or doing some other shit, and they're speaking to you in Spanish. And you're going to struggle a bit, so you're trying. And then after you order in Spanish and they see you acting like a fucking fool, they start talking to you in English. You're like, you motherfucker. This whole fucking time. You see see me slurring shit. And this whole time, you're here judging me. You're like, oh, is that all you want? I was like, bitch, come on, man. If I'm talking to you, if I start in English, let's continue it in English. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if we start in Spanish and we roll with it, it is what it is. We'll figure it out together.
So me personally, I actually feel like, oh my God, I'm accepted. Like when they start talking to me in Spanish, like I feel like a failure when they start talking to me in English. I'm like, okay, I failed the Spanish lesson. She was like, my buffering took too long. I'm like, me das una agua. Like sometimes it comes out fast, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
And so no, that doesn't bother.
Now that bothers me because it's like you see me struggling, like I can't say this shit. You're like, oh, you want the taco? The bitch, you know what I want. You know exactly what I want. Just give me whatever you want.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
I thought I am, but evidently I'm not. I mean, I am, but there's certain words that just I don't know, like certain words that just get me. I can't think of any off the top of my head. And I'm kind of just like. iffy about it,
Yeah. Okay. I don't feel so bad when I hear people that know Spanish better than I am, or no offense, look more Hispanic than I do, and they struggle with their Spanish too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you a question because I recently adopted 2 ball pythons. I'm a snake mom now.
Wow.
And my husband and I have this theory. So how do you say snake in Spanish?
Fuck. Snake in Spanish.
How would you say
is
snake in
a
Spanish?
Víbora.
Okay. Did you grow up Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my theory. I say serpiente.
Okay.
Right. I did grow up Catholic, but again, I wasn't allowed to speak Spanish. And then I converted to Judaism. That's another story. But we're Jewish by blood. Again, that'll be another story. But my husband and I have this theory that the reason a lot of Hispanics say víbora is because in the Bible, there's the snake, right? The viper, because víbora is viper. So the snake is, evil. It's scary. So like a lot of people have this fear of snakes because of their religion. Whereas me, I didn't grow up very religious, and I say serpiente because I don't have that connection to the Bible that way. Because serpiente, that is, according to Duolingo, that's snake and serpent, right?
Yeah.
Because then you got cobra, which is cobra, right?
Yeah.
And then there was another one. I can't remember it. So I just think that's
Yeah, because I always thought víbora was just a generic for snake. I know serpent is, that's just for like the species, not so much for snake. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So that's why I never bothered looking into it because I was like, if I say víbora, people know what I'm talking about.
They know what you're talking about.
So we're good, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. When I say serpiente, they really don't. But Duolingo has kind of fucked me up. Even Spanish class has fucked me up because, like, duchar, do you know what that means?
Who? No, I don't talk about anybody I don't know. I try not to talk shit about anybody I don't know.
So duchar is a bad word too, right?
No, I've never heard that.
Shower.
Really?
Coche.
All as much as I can. A vehicle. That's a car.
Yeah, it's a car. Yeah. So it's like my husband said that he actually broke up with this girl a long time ago because of the way she said banana in Spanish. How do you say banana in Spanish?
How do you say banana? Shit, I don't even know the last time I saw banana.
So the last time you went to Wet and Wild.
Yeah. Banana hammock. Oh, banana is, what the fuck is a banana?
So people say plátano.
Yes, plátano.
Right? And my husband, when he was, going out with this girl a long time ago, before me, obviously, she would say banana. He was like, that was an ick to him. And when I was doing my Duolingo, banana
is correct.
Banana plátano is plantain. So I'm like, okay, maybe, and then El Paso has their own Spanglish,
dialect,
right?
yeah.
They have their own dialect. They have their own, I didn't know wasn't a thing. It was an El Paso
it's
thing.
an El Paso thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, and then after college, let's talk about kind of catch up what we're doing now. Like how, you were talking about your kids are going back to school.
Yeah.
Like, what are you up to lately?
Well, today's the first day of the kids going back to school, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my days. Because, so with my kids, they're one's 16, he just started his junior year, and my little girl is 13, started her 8th grade year.
Ooh.
So I was, I've been trying to find something to do with everybody, with every kid to have that. I remember when my dad did this with me, or I remember doing this when my having a certain thing. One of the things my son and I have always done ever since the Marvel movie. I think he was probably 5 in the first one we did. Every new Marvel, we're going to the theater. I've taken him out of school to go catch it, so that way that we beat the crowd, and just because we don't want to be around a bunch of weirdos and shit, because sometimes there's some weirdos.
Yeah.
So like that's our thing, and my daughter, I was trying to find like different ways of how to, I guess, connect with them, because we've always, and I think we talked about this last time, where we have free talk with them. So what free talk is like, say, free talk is an open space where you can tell me whatever you want without judgment and without me getting pissed.
Oh, wow.
So that way I could talk to you as an older person instead of your dad, and, you can't do this or don't say that. If you want to cuss, you could cuss. It is what it is. It's completely open and honest, and I can't judge you.
Yeah.
Same thing as if I say free talk, you can't judge me what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because we're just having an honest conversation.
Yeah.
So I we did that, and so recently I've been, the kids have been getting into movies a lot more, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start showing them a bunch of old school movies. So like we did all the Star Wars, we did all the right now we're about to start all the John Wicks. Showed them Pulp Fiction, showed them Memento, like a bunch of old school great movies that way they could kind of, I've always been of the mindset to get to where you want to get to, you got to know where you came from.
Yeah.
So I've been showing them kind of,
Pulp Fiction
yeah.
and Star
I mean,
Wars.
why not? I mean, Samuel Jackson's right there. Jules is on my wall.
Yeah.
So I was like, we got to show them, what I was into, and what I thought was a great movie, because there's certain movies that, they say like, oh, I want to see this, and nobody can ever make up their mind on who wants to see what.
Yeah.
So we came up with like a list, and we try to knock out that list. So that's what we've been doing, like the whole.
That's cool.
Like on Saturday, we stayed up till like 3 a.m. just fucking knocking movies out, because I know they had to go to school today.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always try to do something where they were here.
Yeah.
While I can, because I mean, lately there's been a little dark cloud around over the house with a bunch of loss, and there's like, dude, you never know,
Yeah.
So that brings it even to more that I got to do something to. I don't want to be that dad that you remember that all you ever did was just sit on the couch and fucking drink or this or that, or no. It's like dad was always we were doing this, we were doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a way to connect and keep busy with him.
Yeah.
And show him to do something, not just stay home and be on the couch all fucking day.
Yeah. I like that. I haven't seen half of those movies. I probably need to have a movie fest like that. Like Pulp Fiction, I haven't seen. I haven't seen Terminator. I haven't seen Little Rascals. Like I haven't seen a lot of the cult classics.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
I was born in '86, so a lot of those '80s movies that I like, I haven't really been able to see them yet. I need to do that with my daughter. I need to show her the movie Homeward Bound. I think that's kind of a rite of a passage. Yeah. Like when you were growing up, what do you remember? Like, do you have any core memories like that?
The only time we ever like that's one of the things that I was telling my kids is that we're lucky enough that now we can go to the movies as much, because growing up, I remember when my folks, I think I could count on my hand maybe about 4 movies that I saw up until when I was 18. That's all. Other than that,
the theater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, everything was at home at the fucking. We'd go to Furs and get those 49-cent videos.
Yeah.
And that's the way we did it. So like when my mom would take off, when my parents would take off the 2 weeks for Christmas, usually like the 3 days before Christmas, we would just lock ourselves in the house and we'd go rent 6 movies and we just knock them all out.
Yeah.
And we're just having a movie marathon. So that's one of the things that I remember. And I remember it was cool. Just, we'd go up there and make like 8 different sandwiches, cut them up, and then we'd just sit down, watch, get some popcorn, and that was our thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was either that or just staying busy trying to do something. I'd go out with my homies and we're playing basketball from sun up to sundown. And,
really? Yeah.
Yeah, I was always doing something.
Going outside. I was always at my cousin's house, and she lived in the Lower Valley, and her dad had a backyard full of like chickens and goats and different animals. And I remember going outside, and like when it would rain, because they had the irrigation, they lived right next to a canal, and we would go and put mud on ourselves and pretend we were Indians and Pocahontas, and we were making the soup outside and making little fires outside. And I'm thinking about all of this shit that I used to do when I was little. Like I don't think. Like my daughter, I don't think I would let her do that. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with her doing that. I remember one time we were outside and I put my hair in front of my face, pretending to be La Llorona. And I was like throwing rocks at like cars that were passing by, and one of them revert. Oh, I ran my ass back inside, and the parents came out and they're explaining, apologizing. I'm like, oh my God, I was a little vaga. Yeah, I thought I was a great kid. And then I'm looking back, I'm like, maybe not so much. But like talking about kids and going back to school, what do you remember, good or bad, about going back to school? Here in El Paso.
My thing was always, you never knew which one of your homies was going to be in your class. That was the thing. And oddly enough, is weird. Like I'm not, like, I guess when I'm not on the show, I'm actually really quiet. Like I'm just chill. I'm kind of like. Just don't just leave me alone sometimes.
You're naked and afraid.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been watching that lately. I'm just kind of just like, what? I'm chill. Like I won't bother you. I won't. I'm if you need something, but if you're one of my homies, I got you, ride or die. Like no matter what, I got you. But other than that, I won't go out of my way to be like, hey, I'm Kujo, blah blah blah. Like I'm just. You don't want to know me, then it was cool. You don't have to know me. I'm good.
It's that's kind of like a running theme that I see with people that like radio and podcasts. Is they're not very, myself included, like not very outgoing when they don't have to be. Like
Yeah.
when I'm out and about doing radio remotes or I'm meeting people for work, like I'm on it. Like
Yeah.
you could
Yeah, yeah.
never tell that I'm kind of the same way, like quiet and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. When you would go back to school, like where would you buy your back to school clothes, your back to school supplies? What was that? Do you remember
Dude, I still got
Mervin's?
some of the same school.
Payless?
Yeah, no, Mervin's was my shit. Mervin's, because I would get I used to get the ponies from Payless, but those ponies had two ends in them, and those motherfuckers will last like a good solid 3 weeks.
What are ponies?
Ponies were they're like the Pumas of back in the day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the generic version. So yeah,
Ah, okay.
these were ghetto. Because I remember British Knights, the BKs.
They had 2 legs.
Yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, those would always bust within like 3 weeks.
shit.
We'd go to Mervin's, get me some LA gear.
Uh-huh.
That was my joint. Yeah, man. So Mervin's is always my thing because my mom, for whatever reason, like if I had any sag in my pants, I was a cholo. I was like, dude, she's like, why you dress like a cholo? I was like, you know what that bought me this shit? I don't fuck. That's not
Right?
that's
You
not
bought it
me.
big so it could last me a couple of years. It's not my fault.
It's like I have to grow into this shit. What do you
Yeah.
mean? You know, like so I was wearing the not 501s, but or they 505s or the baggy version of it of
Yeah.
Levi's. So yeah, I had that and like some polo shirts, but yeah, I was in like I never had a jersey, a football jersey or a baseball jersey or anything like that unless it was on a team I was playing on.
Yeah.
But not like I didn't have like a Chiefs jersey or a Niners jersey.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of that shit because they're like that's not necessary.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
not necessary, they're not going to spend their money on it.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember going to school, buying back to school stuff for my girls. It's mostly Target, but clothes, it would be like Forever 21, Justice going in, try it all on. And I had that problem too of are my friends going to be in the same class? But I didn't have a lot of friends. So
yeah.
I was kind of like a loner in the school. Like I remember in high school, I would kind of like eat lunch in my car alone. So sad. And I followed my cousin to Isleta. That's the reason I went to Isleta to begin with. But yeah, no, I was like the outcast cheerleader, but I do remember, loving going back to school shopping, getting everything new, it's a trip to me because my daughter this year, I was like, you want to go buy a back? Like, what do you need a backpack? You need lunchbox? And she was like, no, just use the one from last year.
No.
And I'm like,
I wish.
okay. Yeah, no, she's like super chill like that. So I'm
That's
like,
good.
okay, yeah, that is good.
No,
Yeah.
my kids got their kicks are still brand new, and they're like, oh yeah, I need new this. New. What do you mean need?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, look at I have a backpack that I use daily. My shit's barely hanging on by a thread.
Right?
And I was like, dude, look what I'm rocking with. I was like, well, shit, give me your backpack. 'Cause I need something new.
Get down one of the sheets from the bed, get a long palo, put all your books in it,
It was
tie
like
it,
a
and then
hobo.
the school's right there. I just
Yeah.
saw it, so it's
Yeah, it's
not
down
too
the
far.
street.
Exactly. I want to end with some very important questions.
Oh, okay.
All right, you ready?
Always.
All right, the first one you kind of talked about a little bit when we first started, so I was hoping you wouldn't give it too much information.
Mm-hmm.
You open a bag of pan dulce. Mm-hmm. Which one are you claiming?
Oh. That would be either the white esponja or as they're known, what's the other the professional name for it is the concha. It's a white concha, but it's just called an esponja or the marranito.
The marranito's so good.
Okay, and it depends where the marranito's from. Because some people will screw it up.
They're too hard, huh?
Yeah,
they're too crusty.
They're just not right. They're too hard on the outside, and the inside is so dry. Even though it's supposed to be dry,
Yeah.
it's too dry where it flakes off too easy, and you can't enjoy the sponginess of it.
Yeah, it's like those granola bars.
Yes.
The crumbs are just going everywhere.
Yes, you bite it, shit's all in your hair. You can't do nothing.
My house is real fun. I say, you can eat that over the sink. Go over
Yeah.
there. Like Monica from Friends.
Eat that over a sink.
If I'm going to open...
See, the concha.
Oh, yeah, the concha.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking the one that had like... It looks kind of like a pink cinnamon bun with the coconut.
Oh, no.
That's what
no,
I was
no.
thinking. Oh, yeah, just a
No,
concha.
yeah, so that's also known as esponjas.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, that's
okay.
it has to be white. My sister loves the brown ones.
Oh.
I believe my grandma used to love the pink ones. So I would for the white, even though I think they all taste the same because I just think it's
I think so,
the
too.
look of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would always go white.
So there was this place downtown years ago, or Central, and they used to have unicorn conchas, and it was like different. It would look like a rainbow concha with glitter,
Yeah.
and they were so good. People would line up like when they opened, and if you didn't get there
Really?
in time, then
You're
yeah,
SOL.
you're SOL.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I have one more question. If you and take some time to think about it, maybe you've thought about it already.
Okay.
If you could go back to your 21-year-old self and you had 60 seconds to tell them something, what would you tell them?
Let it go, dog. Let it go.
Okay.
With the baby mama that I had, or that I have, I should say, for whatever reason, I don't know what it was. The reason we split wasn't because of me, so I'll say that. I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything on that. I won't say exactly what happened, but I had nothing with me. But for whatever reason, it was always like pulling teeth with her for anything and everything. And when you're young, you'd be like, oh, well, so-and-so can't do this. You know who the fuck I am? You know, that whole mentality thinking that everything, that something is owed to us. And it's like, I'm the dad. I need to be there, And no matter what, like I would always, when I'd see her, it's just like instant anger. Because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
I know as soon as I'm like, hey, what's going on? I try to be civil about it. It goes from 0 to 100 in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
She's going to say some ignorant shit. Somebody's going to say something ignorant, and I'm going to go 0 to 100.
Yeah.
So I think my biggest thing would be let it go, because it's not that serious. Everything that we're going through, even though it does shape you up later on in life, I guess you have to learn from your mistakes that it's not that serious, man. I mean, everything happens for a reason, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah.
But it's not that serious to hold on to anything,
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
There was a phrase that kind of helped me with that when I have anxiety. It's like, is this going to matter in 5 minutes, in 5 months, 5 years? And it's kind of like, okay, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, then let it go. Which in my head, I'm like, I can catastrophize something that it will last 5 years. So, I try to.
I could make it last 5 years.
Every room is a panic room if you try hard enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but also like you think about it, because I know like a lot of the time, especially growing up, when you're coming up, when I was around that age, I was DJing, I was doing, I had this other life that, you want everybody to accept you and everybody to enjoy, even though you're being booked and even though you're being, you see your crowds are crazy and, you're having a good time. It's never enough. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if it's just because like people would always ask me, when you were DJing, were you good? That's for whatever reason, that's the first question people ask you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I don't know. I'm really not. It sucked. I was horrible. I mean, I did it for 8 years at the clubs. So, I mean, I was horrible.
Yeah.
But
they like to book bad DJs.
Yeah, people always chirp. And one of the things that one of my homies used to say is that if that person doesn't have your phone number, it's not that important to you.
Exactly.
So why even care what they say? I was like, that makes all the sense in the world, man.
Exactly. Yeah, I've heard that too.
All the sense in the world. That even when you're being on the radio, and people hear, oh, you're so and so from the radio. Well, back then when I was there, and I was just on promotion side, people would chirp. Back then, the radio stations weren't friendly with each other. Power. I remember Power and KHEY, the morning shows, always wanted to butt heads and because it was about ratings, and it was about who's number one, and there was always kind of like if you've ever seen the movie Anchorman,
yes,
kind of like that. That's
and
how
go fuck yourself, San Diego.
That's how it used to be back in the day. Like you would talk bad about these people, but you'd get together and everybody would share the common job, so everybody got along when they were together.
Yeah.
But when they weren't, and this is something I talked about with Johnny Cage, because I remember I was talking to him because he was blackballed by Power. Because for whatever reason they didn't want to fuck with him.
I've heard the story.
Yeah, so they didn't want to mess with him, and he was one of the hottest things out here.
Yeah.
And whatever it was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I mean he was blacklisted, and even though he had the crowds everywhere he went,
yeah,
they didn't care.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy how small of the community and how much hatred there was. And if you talk to, and usually it was funny, like if a DJ got fired from Power or whatnot, even though you have that 6 month no competition clause or whatever it was, they would all go with Johnny and they were like, "Hey, dude, blah 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 blah."
Oh,
They chop it up,
yeah,
and then,
yeah.
then that's how everything went, kind of started spiraling from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was different times compared to what it is from what I've seen now.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear from people that have been in the industry and either they're still in it or not anymore, like the stories coming up. Because going into it, I've been with iHeart going on 4 years, 2 years on air. And I'm just one of those people that gets along with everybody. I don't think I'm trying to people please. It's just very hard to really piss me off. So if you piss me off, like it's something really
it's
bad.
something for reals.
Yeah, and so I mean, Johnny, I grew up. Like I said, I used to go dance. That's how I met, his wife, and I get along with them really good. There was an event where I even introduced him on air. I mean, I still listen to his mixes. I love Johnny. Everyone from KHEY has been really nice. I've met a few of them, and I've heard some of the stories of why there's contra. I think everyone will tell you their own version of it, right? It's yours, theirs, and then the truth. But so far, everyone has been really nice in the radio industry. So I know it has changed. I kind of do wish that some of the old stuff would come back. Like we don't have. One of my biggest things is that being able to put music. Hey, I have a request.
Right.
What a lot of people don't know is I can't just put the song on. Like it has to go through channels. It's probably going to take a while if we're even allowed to play that song, right? So
Now, the only time they could do that is actually like during the mix show, when they used to do the mix shows on Saturday nights.
They used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they used to do the mix shows on Saturday nights, you could kind of sneak in a new song that's coming out. Because one of the things that sucked, and this killed me about El Paso. So when I was DJing, and I started DJing about when I was 19 or 20. Yeah, it was right after Power. I was DJing, and one of the things is before the internet was huge and Napster was huge. We didn't have whatever we had here was that's it, because hip hop wasn't that big yet. It was still a new thing coming in, so it was more like the top 40 dance and whatnot. So when hip hop was trying to come in, whatever hip hop was out has already been out for a while. It was early, so like if something came out new today, we hear the radio stations here, even the clubs here, wouldn't start playing until 6 months later, 5 months later.
Really?
Yeah, so when the internet started coming out and the first internet radio stations would come out, I'd be listening to mixes out there in New York, and I'm like, dude, that song is fire. I remember I played Outkast, the Love Below album. I played Hey Y'all. I played it right when it came out, and I heard it. I played it, cleared the dance floor. Nobody was on the dance floor. Nobody was there. 6 months later, hey, do you have the new? I was like, dude, I'm so tired of that fucking song. Yeah. It was so outdated and so old to you
that has to be. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've seen DJs get annoyed by is requests. Yeah, like.
And it depends, because I remember. So I've done. So when I used to be at a club called Margaritas, Tuesdays was our college night.
Yeah.
And those nights were fucking, it was those nights were slammed. So when we'd have Mardi Gras, the club itself was packed by 4 p.m. We were slammed.
Mardi Gras used to be huge.
Yeah, it used to be the shit here. It used to be amazing.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. They had the big thing downtown with the Q would have some big old party. And I remember I'd have a packed dance floor, and I'm playing. So my I guess specialty, I guess you could say, was hip hop, and a little bit of like the 90s dance. That's kind of my thing, but I was more of a hip hop head. This one dude came up to me like, hey, bro, I'm in the middle of a hip hop set. He's like, hey, dude, can you do me a favor and play It's Raining Men?
Oh, my God.
I was like, dude, do you not see what is going on? Do you not see what I'm playing right now?
Right.
He's like, look, I'll give you $100 and I'll give you a double shot of a Crown.
Man. Everyone has a prize. It's a raining man.
Yep. The whole dance floor.
Shoot.
The whole dance floor got clear, and this boy had he danced the whole floor. It was amazing.
Really?
Oh, he put on a performance. It was awesome.
Do you remember the hip hop club? And I should remember the name of it because I actually used to go dancing to hip hop was one of my least favorite genres. I just couldn't get into it. Do you remember the name of it? It was 1914, The Garden, and I want to say Republic.
That was after me. Yeah,
Oh, it was after you? Okay.
That was after me. I was early. I think I got out of DJing like in '08.
Okay.
I stopped.
Okay.
Because, you got about '07-ish, '08, I stopped.
Okay.
But I remember like the clubs that I remember was like the Realm, the hip hop clubs, anywhere DJ Black was at. Those were always him, Mark X. Those were all the hip hop clubs everywhere they were
Yeah.
at.
Mark X, I think that was one of the DJs that was there when I would dance there. It's just so,
Yeah.
you know, you can only
Redman.
twerk so much for 3 hours. It's like,
Yeah,
And-
throw your back out.
yeah, before you're like gyrating while you're walking to the car. And when you were talking right now, I was remembering, and I swear I'm not crazy. I think it's a song by Enya, and I would hear it on Power 102, one of the hip hop stations. It goes like, oh, yeah. Oh. It was on a hip hop station, right?
Yeah,
and I told my husband, like, I heard that song on the radio. He's like, no, you didn't. They wouldn't
Yeah.
play that. I'm like, I swear to God they did. So.
Yeah, they would. I can't remember who it was. There's somebody who would always mix it in somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it'd be just that little spot, and then it mix out all
No,
of it.
it was just the song.
Really?
Like,
Because
see,
the
maybe
part
I'm
I would
going
hear,
nuts.
they just put in that part as a chant and then transition it to something else.
To something else.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that's an easy transition because sometimes there's certain songs that you're trying to fit, they just don't work.
Yeah.
So you got to find like a cheat, cheat sheet or cheat code.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of like the easy way because everybody get them, kind of like into that, and then they're like, what the? Then you hit them with the one you're trying to go into. You're like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You start jamming out to it. Yeah, it's little cheat codes.
Yeah, I could be, just blending all of my CD playing with my radio listening. It's been a really great time, Kujo. I'm
sure.
going to end with one thing.
Okay.
End on a good note. And the listener, I want you to also think about this yourself. As the airing of this podcast or whenever you're listening, you go first, I'll go second. Name one small victory that you've had either today, yesterday, recently.
Waking up. A lot of people don't like to, with the world that we live in now, everything is so hate this, hate that. Our mindsets are, we don't have enough of this, we don't have enough of that, but we don't appreciate the fact that we wake up, we're able to do that all over again.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've had a lot of loss here lately, and it kind of makes you think a little bit. Not to dwell on good, bad, or the other, but you start appreciating little things a lot more when you start seeing it.
Yeah.
And the fact that I could wake up and have a great conversation with someone like you, and and I'm able to record something like this where. It's weird because everybody always wants to hate that. Oh, this guy's trying to do this, or so and so's trying to do that, or whatever. Right? We're easy to hate on somebody that's doing something that they like to do. The fact that I'm able to do that, and the fact that I was able to get up and see my kids today, talk to my grandkids, the fact that I'm able to even do anything just by waking up and enjoying that I'm here, that's a simple win. That's the biggest win you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your biggest win or smallest?
Mine's gonna be a little bit more selfish. I should have gone first.
No, it's okay.
I love that though, because for me, what that reminds me of what you were saying is, happiness is a choice. You look for the good, you look for the gratitude. It's hard to be upset or feel anything negative when you're feeling grateful, right? Mine, I love dance, and I have my energy has been better recently, and I'm going to be giving a dance workshop. I'm going to be teaching a part of a very popular routine to a song from AC/DC from some very popular cheerleaders wearing wearing white, blue, and silver.
Nice.
And I learned part of the routine, so I'm really excited to teach that. But that would be my small victory. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
grateful that there's so many, but that's the one that comes to mind. So.
And the fact that
excited.
you're able to have those victories is something different. It's something that we don't ever really sit down and think about with so much, because knowing or now seeing, being part of the social media or whatever, you start seeing how we are more like on the dopamine hits on the TikTok, on the Instagrams is, oh, do we have enough likes? Do we have enough this? Do we have enough that? And luckily, I guess I'm at the age where I'm just too old and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Once I post something, I don't bother looking at it again because I guess I don't want to disappoint myself and say like, oh, it should be better. Everybody's always like, oh, it should have this, it should do that. I mean, I've been ghost banned so many times off of TikTok or Instagram for whatever stupid shit I post.
Yeah.
But as long as I do it and I have somebody laughs for it, you know what I mean? That's the whole reason that we do this show.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, somebody could be going through a hell of a fucking time, and if this helps them even for like 10 minutes just to get their mind off of something, that's what I'm here for, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird because, like I said, like if you don't know me, but you know of me, like off camera,
Yeah.
like, oh, that dude's an asshole. This dude's, he's always mad. He's always, so no, I'm just fucking tired all the time.
Right?
I'm always fucking tired.
Yeah. I'm like always thinking about what I got to add to the grocery list, or fuck, I forgot to pick up that uniform. It's like I could look right through you in a crowd. You could be waving right at me.
Yeah.
And I just got I call it like a waitress mindset because I used to be a waitress. I'm like remembering that table needs water and that table needs this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
99 tabs open and there's everything's processing.
Yes, everything's processing, and the memories being taken up, and no, I get it. But
it's crazy because I mean it is weird because it's funny. It's the damnedest thing. I was talking to my daughter about it. It's like it's weird when I'm on the mic and being Kujo. It's weird. Like you turn into somebody else when I'm off the mic. Yeah, because she was kind of noticing. She's like, I guess like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Mm-hmm. When I'm Joe off camera, it's like, dude, you're nothing like you know. You're just quiet. You're just chill. You know. Here you're when you're doing this, when you're doing the pillow fights, when you do whatever, you're out there talking to anybody, talking to everybody. You talk to so many random people.
Yeah.
But here it's like, damn, it's like pulling teeth. They're like, well, fuck, I'm tired.
Yeah, right. I just put all my energy in there.
Yeah, it's like that's where it all gets zapped up.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, like you said, I'm thinking of like, all right, so I got to do this, and right now I got to go take the dog out. I got to go get the kids. Fuck, I got to make dinner. Do I have everything I don't have to make the dinner? Oh, fuck, the road's closed over here. Yeah. So I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You gotta. It takes so longer to recharge and reset.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
So, and I know, speaking about, the different things that you're doing, line dancing, dude, so like I said, I started when I was at Margaritas. Me being a hip hop guy, they're like, "Hey, do you want to be the DJ here?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, but all we play here is country." I was like, "All right." What? Like,
that's right. It was
It was a country Tejano bar.
Grams, right?
No. At Margaritas, it was a country Tejano's bar. It used to be off of the Gateway before you get off on Zaragoza. Now it's like a car dealership next to the adult video store.
It was a country bar named Margaritas?
Yeah. It was a country Tejano bar.
Orale.
So like, all right, so you got to learn. So I had to learn how to play country on the fly. So I was like, dude, every Wednesday and Saturdays they would teach line dances.
Yes.
I never learned how to do a single one. I could tell you all the line dance songs.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I would so this guy that would do it, I think he passed away. He called himself Woody. Because he looked like Woody from Toy Story. Oh. So he would be doing it, and like he would get annoying sometimes. He'd be like, I don't know, I guess I don't know what it was. Like something would piss him off, and he'd just go off on a rampant and just start talking shit. So he's like, all right, I need these exact songs to play in a row. Mm-hmm. Then he'd come and talk to me, like, kind of give me attitudes. Like, dude, one of the things you never do is you never treat a server, going back to the waitress, you never treat a server like shit who's going to handle your food. Never treat your DJ who's going to play your music like shit.
Yeah.
So I would go and be like, nope, you're going to play some fucking, how about you dance to hip hop songs? That's what you go fucking
Did he work there?
No.
So then what was his bill?
So they'd hired him to do that. That was his gig, was a line dancing thing. So he would have come in to do that.
Yeah.
So that was his gig.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever.
Huh.
But I never learned how to do a line dance. Like, what's the easiest, or what is it about line dancing that people love? Because I always called it the fat girl dance. Because if you notice, and I'm just, I could say this as a plus size guy now. That was the ugly girl dance, because the ugly girls would go out there, they didn't have a man, and that was their time to shine.
Maybe because you can do it by yourself.
Yes, because you don't have to worry about it. But so you're out there to shine, like, oh, they would be itching for that shit to play.
Well, it's not the fat girl dance anymore. Everyone goes out there.
It's been upgraded.
It's been upgraded. It is now the dance, and I don't know what it is for me. I've just always loved structure. I've always loved dance. So I guess it combines the two. And I've tried dancing with a partner. I cannot let go of control for shit. Like I can't I turn myself, you know what I mean? So when I was getting into country music, that's a big reason. That's a big thing that really got me into it. I'd never experienced line dancing before. I'm like, where has this been all my life? Now there's places that are dedicated to it and they teach it.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, I think that finding line dance just proves that I am on the spectrum, because I can get it like that. I will look at it, and my husband's like, how do you do it? People are like, how does she do it? Did she already know it? She's like, no, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but I will remember Kane Brown and Marshmallow's line dance that I learned like 3 months ago, right?
Damn.
So I think it's just, for me personally, like when I learn it and I'm dancing with other people, it's like, it's going to sound corny, like we're all one. Like we're all doing the same thing. I got a 20-year-old dude and a 40-year-old lady and they're different ages. They're all here and they all know the same dance. It's kind of like when you go to a rock concert and you're all singing the same lyrics.
Yeah,
and it may mean something different to you. Like Everlong means something different. The song from Foo Fighters means something different from someone else, but you're all singing along. You're all looking at the stage. You're all feeling that passion. You're all in the same place. You all bought the same tickets. And when it's line dancing, you can already see it brought out the passion in me, right? Like I don't know. I just love doing it. And I've always been this way since I was a go-go dancer. And there was a period of time where my husband now, we had broken up, and I swear to God, I would go, I would dance, I would leave by myself. I would, here's free drinks, here's free other illegal stuff. I didn't do any of that. I just went to freaking dance. Like I just love it. And I think line dancing is just a way to be able to dance. And if you can learn to dance kind of without embarrassment, because the steps, it's, like paint by numbers, like you don't have to worry about making the picture yourself. It's just there. And you're asking me like, what's an easy line dance?
Yeah.
Like what's the easiest one?
Like the electric slide, I don't, just about everybody knows how.
That's kind of hard.
I don't know how to do the electric slide.
The electric slide is kind of hard. Honestly, I think the easiest one would be Copperhead Road.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, it's 4 kicks. You cross your legs over, 4 kicks, and then you do 2 steps and turn to the side, and then that's it. Yeah. Okay. And I think the hard thing is like my husband, he's tried it before, and he's like, I got it, and then he finishes, and like everyone's facing a different direction, because every time you face a new direction, it's like you're doing a whole new dance. So you have to have good self, I guess,
awareness.
Awareness, or just someone really good to follow.
Yeah.
So. I think Copperhead Road would be the easiest, and I'll teach it to you.
Do you know what the electric slide is about?
Like the song itself?
Yeah. It's about electric. A vibrator.
Shut up. Are you serious? No way.
Listen to it. Listen to it again.
No.
You're not going to. I might have ruined it. I might have ruined it for you.
You got to
listen to it.
It's electric. Boogie.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a water vibrator. So just FYI.
And then you do shimmy and shit like.
Yeah, listen to it. You'll see it in a whole different light.
Way. You just made that up, didn't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
No, I'm gonna have to look into it. Oh shit!
It's about a vibrator.
That is fun. I believe it.
You learn something new every day.
I mean, there's some songs that I've learned that I didn't know it was about that. But or songs that I hear as an adult that I was like jamming out to as a kid, like
In the Middle. In the Middle by Jimmy Eat World. Is it Jimmy Eat World?
Is it If You Listen? No.
Yeah. The middle. About the little girl.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
I saw them when they came to El Paso with Paramore. What is that about?
That's about somebody trying to talk to a little girl about not killing herself, and yeah, because if you slow it down and you listen to the words,
really,
yeah, because he says it tells her it just takes some time, little girl, when you're in the middle.
It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything's
gonna be everything's gonna be all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what's that song? Is it by the Police that he's like an adult stalking a little girl? Every breath you take, right?
Yeah, that's why Diddy did it again. That's why Diddy put it again.
Did he redo it?
That's when he did it for when Biggie died.
Oh,
when Biggie died, that's when he did.
Ooh, that's right. That's right.
Even the whole Biggie thing, there's a bunch of rumors on that too, but that's for another pod.
Yeah, that would be for another pod. That one, I'll get heated on.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's been some things that have been brought up, and I was like, what? It's interesting, but
when you look back, hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yeah, Diddy boy, he's something. So for everybody that doesn't, if they don't know yet about Amber Banda, where can they follow Amber Banda? Where can they catch all the information if they want to go dance? line dance with Amber Banda, where can they get all that information?
I think the best place would be on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Amber Banda 915. Yes, that is my real last name. B as in boy, A-N-D. I never got so compliments about my last name till the radio. I didn't realize it. I also have a YouTube. There's some old videos of some workout videos there. And then if I do Zoom interviews with country artists, I have a lot of, like with Chris Young, William Beckman, oh my God, I am blanking. There's a lot of artists that you'll recognize from there. If you're really into country, you can follow me on YouTube. And then I always post about where I'm going to be giving my dance workshops. I mean, I don't know when this is going to drop. So again, the best thing, follow me on Instagram or any social media platform, Amber Banda 915. And I am on 96.3 KHEY Country Monday through Friday from 3 to 7. And I also do the community program. So that highlights nonprofits, community events. That's called the El Paso Public Forum. You can listen to that wherever you listen to your podcasts, or Amber in El Paso. That is also a podcast where I drop all my interviews that I do with artists and local people.
There you go. So make sure you guys follow Amber. Regardless of what happens here, she's an amazing spirit. She's fun. I mean,
regardless of what happens,
regardless of whatever happens in life. I mean, we've been, like you said, it's been 2 years, and off and on we'll shoot messages to each other. Hey, just to check in, or just, hey, do you know this, or do you know that, or do you know any nonprofits, or do you know any? It's always me asking for a job, but then I get left on red.
You can carry my speakers.
Yeah, I get left on red. I was like, all right, never mind.
Sorry, I thought I turned that off.
Yeah, but make sure you follow Amber Banda. And like I said, we got a few more people auditioning. But if you want Amber Banda on here permanently, make sure when we put that poll up there, you make sure you guys vote for her, and we'll see what happens. If not, for sure, I could definitely say this won't be the last time we'll see Amber on here. For sure, we'll come back and do something different, get into some crazy conspiracies.
Damn it, I should have worn a crop top. I knew it.
Next time.
Next time.
So next time, guys, don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick. Deuces.